But let's not forget, Hans, during the semifinals game 2, itong Binyan reverse sweep yung win yung ginawa nila dito sa Quezon Tangerines. Well, let's see if they can do that here kontra Dasmariñas.
Still a possibility for that happening. Mangubat kicks off, starts things para sa Binyan.
And I forgot, no, yes, it all start with a very good pass, but also, it will also start, Hands, with, enjoying the game, with celebrating each and every point. And sometimes yung happiness, yung composure inside the court, I mean, it ripples. At nakakahawa yan. And right now, I love that Binyan is enjoying that first point courtesy of Mangubat.
Alinsug, on the other hand, bringing the same momentum from what they had in sets 2 and set 1. Sabihin ko lang sana na maganda na sa volleyball, back to 0 lahat. But if you have momentum like Dasma, that's where it changes.
Yes. And also, kita mo naman for Dasmariñas, also they want to keep with the momentum. Even lamang sila dito ng 2 sets over Binyan, they're still trying to show that they are enjoying and celebrating every single point.
Tudlasan can't seem to find any. Cantada going cross court.
Oh.
What a return. This is a free ball. Bono. Bombita. Sam again. Getting another point.
And Sam Cantada. Oh. Something different, something new here, Hans. In the finals, we have a challenge in here for Binyan, challenging whether there is a block touch on that down the line kill of Sam Cantada and Coach Obet dito nigurado. And it was actually Servidad who denied and tried to deflect that attack coming from Sam Cantada. Tignan natin because as Chris Servidad here, really very confident that she did not touch that ball coming from Sam Cantada.
That is what we're trying to figure out as of this moment, Jong. Kasi the play was still going on heading into that point, which we thought was going to Dasma until Coach Obet landed on some of the things that he needed. At this point, every bit of momentum na kailangan ng Binyan to take a point away from Dasma, they're gonna do it as much as they can.
And also, this is a very good opportunity to freeze that momentum na meron nitong Dasmariñas and somehow here for Binyan to recompose themselves. But maybe while waiting for that result coming from a challenge to Coach Obed, Padillon is actually back, replacing Hart Villaflores. And Padillon, Hans, during the first round of the elimination has been also a key instrumental for Binyan's very good run during the eliminations.
Nabanggit nga ni Quinn kanina na ito nga daw si Padillon. Nung unang salta pa, huling nanalo ang Arellano sa championship nila back in the collegiate ranks was a rookie. So that is going to be changing some things. Ang dami niya nang naranasan. But based on where we are looking at, a block touch is a yes.
Yes.
And the point will surely go to Dasmariñas after that.
And yes, the point will remain dito for Dasmariñas. Well, it's too early. I mean, we're still on the early part of the third set.
Now Alinsug is at the line. That's a bit more power into it. And Bombita says maraming salamat sa maagang aginaldo.
But wait, Hans, I think our first referee overruled the call. I think there was a touch dito after that Bombita taking advantage on that regalo. Nanggigil dun si Faye.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, of course.
Right on point. But that error means a point. Para kina Tudlasan at sa Binyan. Pono back to Sam. Tumoming. Can't find anything there. Servidad naman goes out. And that is a point para sa Dasmariñas.
They're asking for a check ball, but I think our first referee is way much closer to the net. So our first referee didn't see any touch after that Chris Servidad hit.
Off to another solid start ang Dasmariñas. Reception, attack, Mangubat with another point.
Well, right now it is a good sign that Dumasig can actually find another weapon para umatake dito sa Binyan. Because sabi ko nga, Chris Servidad has been carrying the load, and with the defense already reading her, we need somebody here for Binyan to help Servidad on the scoring.
The question is, who's it going to be? Dahil sa Dasmariñas, kahit sino ipasok dito ni Coach Reggie talagang gumagawa.
Well, I couldn't agree more. And also, for Chami Maaya, I mean, it's really hard talaga to man a team, especially if there's a lot and everybody's contributing a point. And I think that is something na nahihirapan dito basahin yung Binyan, because everybody could actually score a point every time na siniset dito, whether ni Pono or ni Lams Lamina.
This obviously means a lot more. Dumasig adjusts, Servidad strikes, and that is not even going to be a block touch. It goes out yet again.
Binyan, they need to spread the offense. They really need to spread the offense here. Well, Chris Servidad, she can carry everything. Opponents are already anticipating her, and Tudlasan, for me, if there's one team na kailan mag-step up, Tudlasan must step up. Well, the team needs to involve more option to avoid being predictable here right now.
They go to tira-tira. Hard, your right place at the right time. Dumasig goes to Pateleon. That goes out, and a point will be awarded to Binyan.
Good decision dito for Dumasig. Well, I thought babalikan niya pa dito sa Servidad. Blockers already anticipating to deny Servidad, but good thing that Dumasig involved Padillon as an additional option, and somehow stop to being predictable.
Something much needed here as Cantada. Oh, wow.
Grabe yun. I think it's so good we have to see it twice.
Yep, that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. 99 load now. Cantada doing it on all ends of the floor. Now right there is, of course, Manny Pacquiao. Jinky Pacquiao also there to show support para sa MPVA. Oh, it's great seeing them.
Of course.
Huling beses na nakita ko pa itong si Sir Manny ay sa Physical Asia pa.
On Netflix ba yan?
Pero ngayon, he's here to show some support para sa ating MPVA finals. And you gotta appreciate the love para sa sports.
And also, definitely, and I think one of the main reasons why Manny Pacquiao started this MPVA is to support the grassroots level of Philippine volleyball. And right now, with the turned out of MPVA, I know Sir Manny Pacquiao is happy with the kind of play we have here in the MPVA.
An attack from Vanch again. Nagmistulak showdown.
Oh,
Ang naging
yes.
possession na yon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Pilipinas Volleyball Association would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Jinky Pacquiao and former Senator Arlene Founder, Manny Pacquiao.
And that is, of course, our beloved Manny Pacquiao here together with Team Pacquiao to showcase their support para sa MPVA Season 2. I mean, what better way to kick things off in this finals than being with the
Yes.
founder himself.
Definitely. And you know, you really admire the support that Manny Pacquiao is showing us here in the MPVA.
And with that being said, tila mas ganado ang Dasmariñas being here at the home floor. Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You are watching MPVA Season 2, ang liga para sa lahat, with Dasmariñas slowly putting away just like what happened in set number 2. And Maaya has done it again.
And right now, still the bread and butter of Dasmariñas, their service aces, you know, powerful services have been a game changer dito for Dasmariñas. And I think continuing that pressure will keep Binyan's reception unstable and prevent them from running their offense.
The lead keeps going up. Tira-Tira wants to tone it down, but Cantada provides more power. Alinsug provides the scoring option.
I think right now the luck is in Dasmariñas side right now. Hans, kita mo naman, just when Binyan thought that will be a successful kill block, lumabas pa yung bola dito after that Vance Alinsug attack.
At kitang-kita mo, no, yung body language nitong Dasmariñas. Everybody rejoicing every point, enjoying every drop. And you love to see it. Bono to Alinsug.
Go.
A little softer on that. Can't seem to buy it, which means it's a point para sa Binyan.
And finally, stopping the bleeding dito for Binyan. I mean, they really need to work out, especially their net defense is good. They're able to deflect those volleyball and ang galing dito sa Dasmariñas. They just need to have a good coverage and a high percentage dito on their attacks.
That was Bono on the other hand. She says, pwede ba ako sumali sa scoring? The answer is
Oh,
yes.
Well, this time, the anticipation, not only the coverage, but the anticipation here for Binyan, medyo bumabagal na rin dito. Also, for Binyan, they need to improve their floor coverage. Pick up those steps, those soft blocks, those 1-2 plays. They really need to give them more chances to counterattack.
Servidad can't convert. Bombita. Binyan still keeping it alive. They go to Bombita again. Off the blockers it goes for another Dasma point.
Medyo ako yung nangihinayang dito, Hans, sa mga deflected ball na meron dito yung Binyan. And sayang yung mga deflection na nakukuha ni Mangubat dito. It slowed down the volleyball and unfortunately, yun nga, nagkukulang tayo sa coverage on the side of Binyan.
And that gives more confidence
Oh yeah.
para sa Dasmariñas. Making it so hard. Triple reception. Sa likod naman, itong si Padillon. Great read. Hardio wasn't ready and Binyan gets another point.
Well, Padillon could be the spark plug dito for Binyan.
And that was this game's community cam powered by pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Of course, some of the teammates nitong kupunan ng Binyan Tatak Gel still showing up to support their teammates as all support is needed. Being down by 2 sets, being down by 6 in set 3. They go to Vanch again. Ball kept alive. Ceballos to Servidad. Return to sender.
And this is what I'm talking about, Hans, here for Binyan. basado na, bantay sarado na dito si Servidad. And kita mo naman, easily the blockers leaning toward her. So we need an additional ammunition, an additional spark plug dito for Binyan.
Alinsug doing a little bit of everything there. And that goes in yet again. Another ace para sa Dasmariñas.
Well, I think here for Dasmariñas, if they maintain their aggressive tempo, I think they can control the rhythm. And right now, Binyan struggling to keep up, sustaining a fast attacking service and pace will keep the momentum here solely for Dasmariñas.
Alinsug looks to add some power. Just can't make it happen.
Well, at this point, midway here in the third set, they have a very comfortable lead here. I'm talking about Dasmariñas.
Tudlasan dishes it to the Dasma defense. Abe to Serneche. And down the line it goes.
Sobrang bilis as we grabbing arm swing doon ni Darlene Serneche. And also, napakanipes naman talaga nung dinana ng bola na yon. And I think Darlene Serneche really learned a lot during her international stint in Bahrain.
And you know, right from where we're seated, nakikita ko yung stamp of approval ng coaching staff na parang maganda yung ginawa niya. Says all of them. No comment whatsoever. Pono to Cantada. That breaks the block and breaks the reception of Binyan.
And some Cantada despite that awkward set.
Pilipinas Volleyball Association, Sir Manny Pacquiao. Sir, 2 years. 2 years ang dami nang nangyari. But what are you most personally proud of dito sa MPVA?
Proud ako sa lahat ng staff, sa ating commissioner, sa organizers, lahat sa kanyo lahat na mga nagsikap into all the teams na lagi nakasali. Salamat sa inyong suporta dito sa ating MPVA. Ito po ay tuloy-tuloy. Marami pang mga liga na darating at gusto ko hindi mahinto itong MPVA. Gusto ko magbigay ng inspiration lalo na doon sa mga young athletes na gustong magpakita ng kanilang galing pagdating sa volleyball. So, good luck to all the teams sa lahat ng naglaban niya ng championship. Good luck sa Binyan and Dasma. Ang nais ko lang sabihin sa inyong lahat na ito ay ginagawa ko kahit na wala pa tayong masyadong mga sponsors, but I just want to support sports, especially volleyball, basketball. Lahat ng sports gusto ko i-pulso at suportahan para yung mga kabataan natin magkaroon ng pangarap at saka magkaroon ng disiplina sa sarili. The best lesson to us na magkaroon ng disiplina sa sarili pagka tayo ay nasa sports. So, salamat din sa inyong lahat.
Sir, last question. Alam natin yung SEA Games is ongoing today. So what do you hope this league will do to inspire our young athletes who want to represent the country like what you did in the near future?
That's the main point for me. Lagi ako nakasuporta sa sports kasi gusto ko na may mga Pilipino na magdadala ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Magpakitang gilas doon sa ibang bansa kasi ako, naranasan ko for how many years, dekada-dekada na nagdadala ng karangalan sa ating bansa. At pag nandoon ka sa ibang bansa, iba yung pakiramdam mo na as a Filipino, proud na proud ka because you're carrying the Philippine flag. So yun ang importante na ma-achieve natin na goal na yung mga kabataan makapaglaro sila sa ibang bansa at mapagdala ng karangalan sa ating bansa.
Thank you so much for that, sir. And of course, speaking of representing the country, congrats on Physical Asia. You made us proud, Senator. And of course, congratulations, Fighter of the Century, Senator Manny Pacquiao.
And that right there is Quinn Barcarce together with the MPVA founder and, of course, Senator Manny Pacquiao, who has not only represented the Philippines in boxing, but like I told you, Jong,
Yes.
at alam din ni Quinto, represented us in Physical Asia, man.
And I watched that. And of course, let's not forget, of course, the goal and the objective on why Senator Manny Pacquiao founded MPVA, again, is that to support the grassroots level of Philippine volleyball. And right now, I think he's happy with the turnout of MPVA right now.
And that is a much-needed break to listen to one of the GOATs in sports
Oh,
history.
yes.
And for Binyan, they don't want to let Senator Manny down by just going down without a fight. They want to go down swinging.
Yeah. And I hope, malay mo naman yung mere presence dito ni Boss Chief Manny Pacquiao would inspire Binyan, di ba, to strengthen the things that they need to do.
Alam mo, minsan kasi yung pressure, ano yan eh, nasa likod mo pa mismo. Di ba? Doon nakaupo, might listen to what you guys are possibly talking about. But nevertheless, we love the support that Sir Manny has been showcasing to all of these players and teams as Cerneche. Here's one player that has represented us overseas.
Oh, yes. Alongside, of course, with Dailisan Encantada, who represented us in the under-18 in Bahrain.
Just can't seem to break any of it, as another point has been scored nitong Binyan. More things now officially happening. Bono, tumaaya, and nobody home to get that.
Sobrang bilis ng arm swing doon ni Chami Maaya. Patas pa lang yung set ni Abigail Pono. Chami Maaya papaluna. And nobody's home here on the side of Binyan.
Tsaka yung timing niya dun eh, no? Hinintay niya muna na bumaba yung blockers before she slammed it down. And that has placed Dasmariñas with a very comfortable advantage. That's almost a free ball. Bono back to Marsh, and that goes in yet again.
And right now, the offense is really deep here on the side of Dasmariñas. And I think with weapons like Cerneche, with like Celine Marsh and multiple scoring options, I think Dasmariñas can keep rotating attackers to stay unpredictable at the overwhelm itong depensa ng Binyan.
Which is already happening, by the way. Kasi ganyan na ganyan. Even the offense doesn't need to start if Marsh is gonna keep throwing haymakers.
And this time, I think Dasmariñas right now is like a well-oiled machine scoring in different side of the court.
Scoring in different portions. They go to Momeng. Bono just, you know what? I'll toss it right to the middle.
And you know, I think if I were Lams Lamina, I know that next year will be my last playing year with NU, and seeing Abigail Pono replacing me, I mean, this is a sign of relief that someone could actually step into my possession.
Ito yung ano eh, nasa mabuting kamay.
Oo, yun.
Coach Regine Diego looking at this in a rebuilding process. Let's listen in on Coach Obe.
Alam ba, direct ng bola papunta sa'yo. Ano naman kukunin pa ng tao dito? Wala kang ibang gagawin, bantayan mo lang yung sensor. Hindi ka naman papalo. Depende ka.
may have not been able to hear a few words mula kay Coach Obet, but he's a little bit more chill now than what happened in that set number 1. As they are down big by 11. Padillon. Here's a silver lining.
Yeah. Well, that is a good sign here for Binyan. Well, at least an additional option here for Dumasig. Lakod Lassen has been really quiet here since the first set.
But the Leon goes for it. Pono, combination again. Likod na naman. Moment can't seem to find it. Pono not allowing them to set up the defense, but great floor mula dito sa Binyan until Alinsug slows it down.
And that's what you really like here for Dasmariñas is that yung presence of mind nila and they able to maintain that aggressive tempo after that first set. And I think when Dasma controls the rhythm, sabi nga, when a team controls the rhythm hands, the other team will surely struggle to keep up and sustaining a fast attacking pace right now with Dasmariñas yung ginagawa nila. That this will be an extra challenge for Binyan.
Attack again. Bodies diving on the floor. But eventually, it's going to be Pat Salazar scoring. And Dasma just 2 points away from securing game number 1 in a best-of-3 series.
Dami pagkakataon yung trabaho sa'yo. Sabi yung mata mo, kulang pa sa bright eh. Huwag ka manood. Naglalaro kayo na. Tinita ka ng court. Naglalaro ka.
Unfortunately for Binyan, those were some very simple commands, pero ramdam mo eh. Ramdam mo yung disappointment ni Coach Obet Javier because he expected for them to perform way better than this has turned out to be.
Well, definitely. And I'm sure, Hans, that Binyan really prepared for this match contra Dasmariñas. And I think it's not just Coach Obed didn't see the things that she expected to see here, especially that we are in the finals.
That was Sam Tira being activated late into this game. So that means a point will be added to Binyan. They're just down by 11. But the plan for Binyan is to bring at least a bit more momentum heading into game 2. That's a block. Alinsug just tosses it to the left. Tudlasan is going to get another point, and it's going to bring some spark back to Binyan.
Well, Tudlasan has been really very quiet since the first set. And if there is something that they can actually bring, a takeaway moving on to our game number 2, there is really a lot. I mean, like Tudlasan, she's not on her A game right now.
Or maybe she was, but she was a marked woman heading into this first game. Bono running attack to Salazar. Can't convert. Binyan scrambling for that ball. Running attack again. And Salazar, sniper right down. Match point for Dasmariñas.
And look at that. I think that's what you actually get when you have a very good pass here from Hardio to Pono. And look at those running attacks. Kanina pa ginagawa dito ng Dasma and Salazar. Really very good. Very good timing on that back set na binigay dito ni Abigail Pono.
And it's just a point separating these Monarchs from taking it on. But that will be delayed for a bit after an error mula kay Abe.
Well, sabi dito ng Binyan, not yet. Well, let's see how far Binyan kung gaano nila katagal kakayanin, how much point they could actually get here, especially that Dasmariñas 1 point na lang to secure this game on.
Marsh receives. Serneche attacks. Not gonna happen just yet. A delivery. Patungo kay Servidad to still keep them in the running and save the second match point.
We're not yet done. Also, Dumasig dito is also a very good server. Let's see, but right now, tignan natin, in volleyball, the hardest point talaga is that one last final point. Let's see how will Dasmariñas get that final point to secure this game on.
They seem to be targeting Celine Marsh here at the service line. Not gonna happen anymore. Serneche. They're still A-okay, but that's a free ball. They go to Lot. Back. Not gonna happen. Servidad was rejected. Laika this time finds nothing. And at the end of it all, this is going to be determined by a review.
Yes, I know that. Nothing to lose lead, of course, for Coach Obet, whether he will be using his last challenge. So, tignan natin, who knows? But well, on my ankle hands, I thought that hit coming from Tudlasan went outside. But now, let's see if the camera actually get a different side.
That is what we're about to find out here. It is a point that would either keep Binyan alive or for Dasmariñas to take game number 1. The story of this matchup has been perfection against redemption. Binyan struggling to redeem themselves after a dream.
Yeah.
Game number 3 against Quezon, but Dasmariñas staying true to their form. Perfect still. And they are looking to stay just like that with a potential sweep kontra sa Binyan.
Well, let's see if the undefeated excellence of Dasmariñas will still remain or if the Binyan's miracle in motion will prevail here in this game. But for Dasmariñas, isang puntos na lang kinakailangan nila to secure this game number 1. But here comes Coach Obet challenging that last final point coming from Laika Tudlasan. Let's see if there's...
Here we go.
Oh, I think Coach Obet Hans is challenging for a net touch, not for a ball in or out.
Okay, that's what we're gonna try to figure out from here on out. And the answer is no. Nothing touched that net. And it is all Dasmariñas not only touching but grabbing game number 1 as the victory settles with the Monarchs.
And right now, of course, for Dasmariñas' hands still remain immaculate here in the MPVA. What a record. I think they are the first team since the inaugural season who maintained no loss, no stumble since the very beginning of the season.
And for Binyan, the idea is to be a lot better heading into game number 2 because this was a shocker from what we've seen from them in game number 1 or set number 1 to be specific. But at the end of it all, it is Dasmariñas with a 25-21, 25-10, and 25-15 victory. A sweep kontra sa Binyan.